wanting to eat themselves.
I bet, but it's such a waste of money.
The taste is sweet, my lady. He bows.
They hitting on me?
He's trying to sell you a half pound of maple syrup for 15 gold.
So yes.
You could have tried diplomacying it down. Exotic. Tasty.
Quite exotic.
The only one
Can you
having
go up-
problems with call quality? I imagine so, because I'm the only American here.
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah, call
Fine to
quality
meet
is
you.
fine.
I thought so.
How does Imogen feel about her twisting her drow ways?
Just go, can you go a little lower for me?
As she winks flirtatiously.
Yeah, and does huge eyes, and thankfully they're not red.
The merchant acquiesces and can go as low as 12 gold pieces.
Awesome! The worst thing is Tristan would buy it.
Well,
Fine!
Congratulations!
I own...
You are now in possession of half a pound of maple syrup in a clay jar.
Yay! Why am I this character who would buy maple syrup? For 12 gold?
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's going to be like one of those choose your own adventure books. If you have maple syrup, go to page 233.
Yeah.
Well,
funny, there is a monster that only doesn't eat people if it has maple syrup.
We give it to the 6 dire bears and they leave us alone.
oh yeah, that's a good idea. We tie a
then they give
person
you
up in
the
a
staff
forest
of
and put
maple syrup.
maple syrup all over him.
Smear syrup on the gnomes, quickly.
See you in an hour!
Does Mona seem surprised about us buying maple syrup?
Well, so
I
is
seem
the
happy.
woman
probably
who's
seems
playing her.
The gnome merchant seems to be quite ecstatic of selling this fantastic vintage maple syrup.
It's been
That
open.
is
hasn't it?
clearly noble and wise lady.
Yay. Imagine Tristan saying that in an extremely happy voice. Oh,
Admittedly, I don't think Tristan probably have ever seen maple syrup before, so...
no, but I bet it makes everything taste better.
We'll find out.
Makes everything taste like maple syrup.
Oh, I better write it. Maple syrup.
What else is on show?
There is a gathering of trinkets and things here. You can... Let me take a look at the stats for the town. The base value of Faster Vault is 1100 gold, with a purchase limit of 5,000.
So we could buy some stuff if we wished.
Yes, there are currently a number of items for sale. Manaki, what was the site you used for generating like random minor and medium and major items? You had a site for that, I remember you said.
Yes, I did.
Do you have the link?
Let's see if I do. Oh, apparently the link doesn't work anymore.
Hmm.
Oh, inconvenient.
Our characters are staring at the morphing objects on the table. What are they?
Let's see.
You cannot afford.
No, we cannot, but, window shopping.
Is there a draw repel thing?
That would be upsetting.
It would. But Tristan would use
We
it
spray this on the couch and the drow don't sit down on the couch.
Actually, I think everyone would already have a bottle by now if that was the case.
They didn't know we were coming, so
Yeah,
maybe...
no. My point is, by the time we've been here, I think everyone would like raided the stores for it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, if you're really interested, I can certainly generate the items now, but it might take a while.
The point is,
That's because I would need to do it by manually at this point.
we don't have the money, so we're basically just window shopping mostly.
Okay.
So it doesn't really matter.
They do sell 3d4 minor items and 1d6 medium items.
Ooh, fancy.
Are you talking about food?
No, we're not talking about food.
No, but
They might be, but you can't hear them.
Can I get a perception check from everyone, except the ones in the bar?
Perception.
Sure.
Are we gonna die?
Really? I rolled a 1. I'm upset. That's a
We're all
2.
gonna
Wait,
die.
that should be a 1.
Yay!
Trislin is the one to notice that while you're standing here sort of browsing the stores, a collection of Deep Gnome guards seem to sort of move past you and to the south of town. You see at their head Sheriff Gunther. He seems to be quite determined look on his face.
How big of a patrol?
It is him and 6 guards.
And where does he seem to be going?
South. Towards the southern entrance.
How
Southern
old do they
entrance.
seem to be?
Okay.
Tristan, in a discreet way, she has the information without pointing or looking. She just says it in Elven, in a happy voice, like she's saying, "Oh my God, look at that little gnome."
Yeah, Rain will look.
Oh man, you have to do it when I tell you. Okay, fine, you can look. But only one at a time. Okay, Sin, now it's your turn.
He will look. And then words suggest that might be information that the other 2 family members might be interested about.
Yeah, but how are we gonna follow them without being noticed? We are the only
Can't.
groups here that we're gonna be noticed right away.
We should at least inform them that they have sent a patrol that way.
But why would they send patrols? We haven't been at the southern entrance yet, have we?
Yep. We
Nope.
know
I
about it.
don't think we have been.
Would it be weird to go into below since we've been? We can just say, "Oh, but Tamara, even the stone listens." Told us about the entrance.
I mean, there's a chasm at the end, isn't there, Jonas?
There is.
I mean, maybe you wanted to go see the chasm.
Then let's go look at the chasm.
I love the chasm.
Oh my God! Let's go look at the chasm. Where is
Wait
the
until we find out that that's like the major water source of the Drow cities below.
Interesting.
Like-
Use it to our advantage.
Where the hell is
Pour
the
some
chasm?
deep gnome down into it, and they just
Oh, this.
all have to drink it. No, this hole here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's look at the
Tell
chasm.
all the water drains now.
Just looks down there.
As
at the
you
chasm.
approach,
Considering how fast Jonas said this river flows, I'd be a little nervous.
Oh,
It is-
Tristan likes it, didn't we?
it seems quite dangerous. Yes,
Oh my God, look at the chasm.
and quite slippery.
Okay, let's step back.
So,
Back all the way.
so
Everyone, could I have a reflex save?
you peer over.
We just
Hold my arm
look
as
at
I
it.
lean over.
Yep.
We look at it and say,
And then
Is that a
down
mantis?
there,
The
down
only
there
way.
in this, you see it.
Antlion?
The onlookers staring back.
The only way for us to stop the machines from drilling into Zion is for you to hold me so I can peer over.
Yep.
for a sec I was scared it was those creatures you talked about. I'm not sure if it was earlier. Yes, it was earlier today.
The
Those-
onlookers.
Yes.
Fear the onlookers.
What
No,
of the
it's-
brain chuckers? Where do they reside?
Exactly.
How are the defenses in this section?
Well, as you approach, you see down here by the entrance, it seems that Sheriff Gunther is actually not only going on patrol, he seems to have more sort of grander visions. You see that a wagon is prepared with a pack lizard to sort of pull it along. And you see that as you approach, that the sheriff sort of quickly ascends to the driver's seat of the carriage, as the guard sort of ascends to the to the back and sort of walk with the wagon as he quickly sort of urges the lizard to head south into the caverns. He seems to be quite in a hurry.
Is he gonna...
I just wanted to ask him where could we buy more candy?
I think that would be a very bad idea. But one thing, do you think he's gone scouting to find our army?
Ambush time.
Well,
How the hell would you want us to do that?
Well, first of all, we can tell them that he is heading out, and then we can talk about how we would do that.
Secondly, he's going the wrong way.
Yes, yeah.
Unless he's going for reinforcements.
Just looks to our brothers. I think we might have to go back.
That wagon is most likely full with all her gold, and he's going to buy a ton of soldiers.
Tristan looks to our brother. I think it's time we go home. I'm getting tired.
As you wish.
Whee!
These teleport spells are very useful, aren't they?
Dimension door. Go.
At will dimension door.
Of course, it's the only way to travel.
All right, you return to the Blue Bat.
Tristan walks in. The moment she sees Rilinid, she stops being happy. She still remembers the fool.
The candy
I
incident.
think we're upstairs at the moment, aren't we?
Probably.
I assume we don't sit down here in the middle of the inn like, we'll conquer all of it.
Yes, I'm pretty sure like the hour or two they spent wandering around was more than enough time to prepare the rooms.
Yes, indeed.
Be in our room, yeah. Or we can speak Elven freely.
That's right.
So, are you up in one of your rooms?
Yes, we are.
Separately or at the same?
In the same room right now. How's what we speak?
Unless we're gonna speak through the damn wall.
I don't know.
Are you
I don't know
there,
if you...
Yes!
Can you sleep?
I don't know, I just
Can you
found...
sleep? I can't sleep.
Communicate with knocking.
Yeah, I was thinking that would be the most...
These beds are too small.
I found out there's like a gnome knocking on the other side. So awkward.
Anyway, Tristan asks... Martha, always a song follows. Where's the song that follows you? No,
Hello! Ask.
she looks in her and smiles. Where are the two other drows that were talking down here?
Upstairs at their rooms, I imagine. Second floor. Fifth door to the left.
Thank you. She goes happily and
Time for a knock, I guess.
And
and we knock
Jen
on.
follows quite quickly.
Eating out of this syrup jar.
Tristan's like,
Always with a hand in there.
Yeah.
Like, taking it, or...
Tristan's gonna be there probably in Alauneari's room. I doubt she would.
Actually, I believe we're in Rilinid's room. At least that's what Alauneari would prefer.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
He likes her privacy. She doesn't like people in her room.
One gnome room is the same as another, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's her room now. Until she gets the big bedroom.
I am queen in here.
Okay, she knocks on her room, and since no one's answered, she just walks in on her brother's room.
Right, door swings open, and Tristan, flanked by Zin and Rae'nkalar, enters.
I'm waiting
Mary
outside.
looks slightly exhausted. She was about to answer Rilinid's question. She looks at the ones entering. Our siblings have returned. Have your venture been fruitful?
Gunther has left the city in quite haste in a wagon.
What did he bring with him?
We couldn't see it, and we didn't want to be exposed that we were following him.
But he had at least six soldiers and, well, the capacity to carry quite a lot.
Did he seem to have many packages or things on the wagon?
It was covered. You didn't see.
we could not see. He hid whatever, if there was anything.
Rilinid blinks, turns towards Alauneari, and raises his hand to his face, and slides the stone mask off, revealing wide eyes, and hisses, "Our hand is being forced."
What? I did not. I'm sorry.
Mouthful of syrup.
I'm sorry, Grimith, I didn't understand what you said.
She looks and nods. It seems so. We must act now. Our dinner invitation suddenly seems to be hampering.
So, Rilinid says, "Do you think it's possible that the sheriff is acting outside of the will of his lord? By chance we might be able to excuse ourselves in a polite manner by bringing this up with him and suggesting that maybe we've gotten off on the wrong foot and that we would head to perhaps try to make amends in some fashion due south."
That sounds like a great idea. Bring up and see if we can travel after him, and perhaps reason with him would be good. We can't help whatever outcome that may have.
Jonas, what would my character know of the passage south here from Faster Vault? Would that be something worthy of a knowledge local?
Yes.
Okay. Let me go ahead and make that knowledge local for you then. Looks like a 26.
Wow. Yes. Well, that does actually ring a bell for you then. 26, that is not bad. You know that south of Fastervolt, a bit south, or some way south, it is a passage or a part of the tunnels called the Needle's Eye. It is a very difficult passage to traverse, as the tunnels actually get very cramped at Needle's Eye and forces caravans to basically squeeze their way through. Usually, gnomes and other people using Needle's Eye for passage have wagons that are able to sort of be taken apart and then assembled again on the other side. So they basically take everything apart, carry it by hand very slowly through the Needle's Eye to the other side, where they resume. This usually takes several hours.
And then his face twitching, his eyes sort of like fade away from Alauneari. He goes, "Ah, yes. Even if we delayed our trip by an hour, he will not be able to get that far from us. Far, well, not that far, but south of Vastervolt, there is a extremely narrow passageway called the Needle's Eye. Although medium-sized creatures can fit just fine through this pathway, large pack animals and their wagon certainly would not be able to. It would take them several hours to pass everything through there. We could easily catch them, and while they're so distracted by the concept of getting through as quickly as possible, reason with them."
Very nods. In addition, you told me that these gnomes are powerful, but hopefully not fast. They seem to have very small legs.
No.
We should move quite a lot faster than them.
Indeed. I believe that would be the best chance to catch them for a distraction. Beyond that, we would have to wait for them to stop at some time by trailing past them, and I have no idea how exactly many of them there might be. There might have been more that were already standing outside. At that point, however, that would be the best chance while their force was divided between that narrow gap as they were trying to pass everything through it. We could easily catch them.
She nods, and removing this person certainly strengthens our position if we can take care of the Lord. What does he want outside, though? I can only think that he expects our actions and is bringing their treasure away. Perhaps to buy mercenaries in a nearby settlement.
Rilinid nods. It would be... I don't think the furthest settlements would still be several days' travel along the road, but that would be enough time for them to maybe return with reinforcements or mercenaries before we brought our army in.
What? Then let us go to the Lord, shall we? See if he will indulge us in our venture.
Rilinid rotates his head to look at his other siblings. Unless there is a better idea you have to suggest? Good.
Listen.
Let us go then.
Hey!
Rilinid returns the stone mask onto his face.
Alauneari looks at Tristan. You wanted to say something, sister?
No.
All right, then. Let us move. Good work. She nods to all of you. You did well.
The knots.
All
I
right,
suppose
then.
we go to Lord Gurney.
Yep.
We make some haste, of course, and try to look concerned.
Yes.
Very well, you are once again brought before the Lord Gurney, as he looks upon you and waves another magnanimous hand. Well, but I haven't sent for you yet. Dinner's not ready, though.
Well, there he sort of moves up. She seems a bit sort of taken aback and a little bit sort of confused. He says, I'm sorry, your lordship. We wish to ask you for some hours of leave in the night. We wish to return upon the morrow.
But what for?
It seems that the dear sheriff has taken leave of the city. He encountered some of my siblings on the way out, and he was rather furious and rude. It seems we have gotten off of the wrong foot, and we do not wish that he would come to any harm, or that he would set any wheels in motion that could damage our mutual relationship. We would like to have a chance to speak with him, see if we can convince him that our aims are true, and that we wish for both of our peoples to gain from this agreement. She looks. If we explain to him that there would be no reason whatsoever for us to fight, if we tell him what we could all gain and what we could all learn from each other, the riches we could all obtain, he sort of looks at Gurney, then perhaps he would stop and consider this friendship once more.
Make a bluff check.
Can I make a diplomacy check?
No,
I'm trying to bluff him.
you're lying to him.
All right.
You can have a guidance +1.
It's late, I think.
Have an aid another, for a +2.
You can certainly aid another.
Sure.
Yeah.
Made me.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. It seems like I'm gonna have to be the one to help you sell this. Oh my goodness.
Well, you can take over if you want.
No, you are the leader of us.
Apparently not very convincing at the moment.
No,
No. That was me rolling an 8, by the way. Just wanted you to know.
I rolled a 3.
All right, so that is a +2, so that's a 9 bluff.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Let's hope his sense motive is horrible.
I mean, we could try.
I would just...
If you fail,
Make it
you
close.
lower it. So
Fail by how much? Just fail for...
-2 for each
DC 10,
fail.
I think.
Yeah, DC 10. And if you fail, you lower it by 2.
It's not in my avenue.
Okay.
My bluff is -1.
Well, I don't think it's in our avenue to have a bluff check of 9. So I don't think the difference between 7 and 9 is that vast, so you might as well try.
That's a good point, yes.
Okay.
I mean, he could roll low too, right?
All right, that's a -4.
So you're like, yeah, like we're totally out to get him.
So that's a 5 bluff check then.
Yeah, DC 5 can still meet.
Fine.
All right, let me secretly roll his.
Maybe he
Yeah,
wants
it's
to believe us,
no
right? Right?
It's a post roll, so we shouldn't have done that.
Maybe he wants to believe us. Maybe he's
it-
gullible.
Like Rae'nkalar like smiles this horrible vicious murder
And
smile.
it's not as if we're directly lying to him. His sheriff did leave, and we are concerned about him leaving, and we wish to go after him. We will return.
Lord Gurney, let's see, roll. All right. Lord Gurney looks at you, blinks at like all of these people trying to convince him of different things, and then like waves a magnanimous hand. Stop talking.
Alauneari sort of stops and looks very concerned, a little hurt.
It's I must say I am quite puzzled what you have told me. And then he nods, like, wisely. But yes, I see now that you are truthful in your wishes, and you have my leave to fetch the sheriff.
Alauneari bows deeply and says, "Thank you. We believe that he might still be turned to the good cause of trade and profit."
Ah, yes, profit.
He smiles at Gurney, "of which we wish to make as much as possible
Say,
for both of us."
Of course!
and Rilinid actually steps forward a bit and says, deep within the recesses of the Azothir, there exist ancient recipes for sweets most delicious that melt on the tip of your tongue. Perhaps those would be useful for you in exchange for your marble, if we could but establish a better relationship.
Sakari does a sense motive on him.
On who?
On the Lord.
The Lord seems to have bought this hook, line, and sinker. Even such a completely obvious lie that was told, he seems to be completely oblivious to the falsehoods.
And we should tell him there's like a pile of these sweets out in the middle of the fungal jungle.
Yes. Clearly, that is the right cause of it. He smacks his lips loudly as he considers the fantastic Underdark sweets that he will one day sample.
Well, he will not be given my maple syrup.
Alauneari
Of
simply
course
nods and says, "We shall attempt, if we can, to bring some samples at a later date."
Yes. Hurry on now. You won't, you have things to do, I'm sure. He laughs. Huh! Waves
Yes.
it like down his hand.
Yes, of course.
So, Rilinid then, without further leave, just go.
Get out.
Run away!
Not run.
We embarrass ourselves further. Alauneari thinks that this was a great lie and that she did great.
Tristan walks over to Alauneari and whispers, "He believes us blindly. I don't understand."
What is there not to understand?
Rilinid is so great at lying that he knows the truth, that the only reason that this was sold was because...
Yes, indeed.
He's starting to consider that maybe the other gnomes will accept them because they're really doing them a kindness.
All things considered, I mean...
Yes. So I suppose we take up we move, right? Is that what we do? We hunt down this guy.
Yes?
Well, not hunt down. We don't want to before they're moving the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right. We want to catch them while in the process of moving the wagon, and given how either Zin's vision or my vision, considering, my stealth purposes, one of the two of us should sneak considerably far ahead, since we have better vision.
I can see 180 as well.
Yes, but you're probably not sneaky.
Stealthy, though.
Yeah.
No.
Really not sneaky.
That's one thing Alauneari doesn't really care about, being sneaky, for herself at least. People should see her.
Exactly, well, she's the queen,
Yeah.
the matron, as it were.
people not looking at her, then what would they be looking at?
Exactly.